Hello, Bonita Bay Club. Justin Smith, one of your PGA teaching professionals here. Today I want to talk about different types of practice and some of the things that I do see here around the club based off of your practice. So, four main types of practice, in my opinion, are motor patterns, which is something of like physical technique. You've got block practice. You've got random practice, and then you have sort of game time training. So if you're preparing for a golf tournament or whatnot. So let me kind of work off the first one, which is our motor pattern or physical technique. So this type of practice is normally done maybe in the gym, maybe without a golf club. So something like, if I'm setting up and I'm really trying to get rid of a motion, let's just say, I'm coming over the top. You're trying to really feel what the shoulders are doing, what the body is moving. So like I said, it's a physical technique to help get to your end goal. Practice does take a while. I don't think there's anything called muscle memory. I think it's your brain just being retrained or trained to have a new motor skill, and then the muscles sort of follow. So keep up with your stretches, your mobility, stability, flexibility, strength, power, speed, all that stuff goes a long ways there for our physical technique. So that's just a lot without the golf club, making motions to create new motor skills. Second would be our block practice. And this is sort of like the most common practice that I see. And something you'll see sort of on TV when they're warming up for a golf tournament is the same shot hit over and over and over again at the same target with the same club. So let's just say I'm hitting 7-iron at 185 yard flag. I'm just kind of making something up here. Same setup, same swing, going to the same target. So that would be block practice, doing the same thing over and over again. Like I said, this is the most common. I'm not saying any of these are better or worse. There are times for them, depending on what you're working on or working towards. I will say that we do get caught up in block practice, more often than not. So mix it up, meaning our third one would be our random practice. Okay, this is where I'd like to see sort of more of, but this is based off of our block practice. So once you get your stock shot, your alignment correct, everything sound on your technique, then we can start to work into the random practice. So that would be changing your golf club. That could be hitting different ball flights, whether that be high or low or curving left or right. Just sort of be creative, if you will. That's sort of how I got into the game. I'm hitting like little spinner shots from 50 yards at age 10. We're hitting these like high slices out there onto the green and try to get them to stop. Make this game fun. Like I said, block pattern is good. We've got to get our fundamentals down probably before we get to that random practice. But it is very important as well because it does make the game fun. And last, our practice would be game-like training. So that would be something that we're getting ready for a tournament or some big event, maybe a charity event or whatnot, that you've got to post a number. We have an outcome to it. So when I get ready for golf tournaments, this is sort of that game-like training. I'll start to sort of run challenges for myself. Whether that be, drop 5 golf balls and try to get all 5 within a certain range around the hole. Whether it's, dropping some balls and having me putting and say, I can't putt it from 20 feet, a foot behind it or a foot before it, and play like a point system game. But challenge yourself. Challenge yourself so when we get into these, game-like or situations, we aren't as fearful. We know what we're going to expect for, our emotion-wise, and it becomes a lot more relaxing. I didn't say it was ever going to be easy, but we can get a little more sort of accustomed to what we are trying to feel and do. So what I see here at Bonita Bay, I do see a lot of practice. I do, but a lot of it is sort of that block practice. Here's my 7-iron. There's the flag. Rip ball after ball after ball, same shot shape to get there. If you're working on a golf swing, I get it, happily do that, but switch it up a little bit. Meaning we can go to our random practice, whether it's, targets, whatnot, different targets, different clubs, or If we go to like the physical practice, you know, drop the club, feel what you're trying to do to accomplish your goal. I get the questions a lot. Hey, Justin, you've been practicing much. How's your game? Well, obviously I've been busy and I've got an almost 5-year-old now, but I do a lot of stuff at home for that, you know, motor pattern, physical technique part of it with no golf club. If you don't have the time, I promise you there's time there you can do it. Some of you have taken individual lessons with me that I say, you know, practice in the kitchen while you're, you know, cooking something. So make the time to do it, understand what you're working towards, and obviously have fun doing it. So if you have any questions regarding any of those patterns, any maybe routine that you have, or want to learn something we can develop for you, please feel free to reach out to me and I'd be happy to help you. Happy holidays.